And welcome to University Service Learning. I'm going to show you now how to create your My USL account and navigate the system to select your service internship. So in the welcome email that you received or the welcome message on Blackboard, you will find links to either create a new My USL account or reset an existing account. So if you have already created a My USL account in a previous semester since spring 2014, then you will use the returning student link, and that is regardless of whether or not you completed the course. If you already have a My USL account, use the returning student link. That works a little bit differently than what I'm going to show you now. What I'm showing you now is creating a new My USL account. So if this is your first time creating an account, you will use the new student link, and it will look something like this, and it'll take you to this page. So you will select a username, type in your email address. It doesn't have to be an ASU address. It should be whatever email you check most frequently. Put in your phone number and your name, and then complete the annoying CAPTCHA that proves that you are a human being and not a robot, and click Create New Account. Once you do that, you will receive an email from the system within a few seconds or a minute or so, and you'll know you did it correctly because you'll get this message up here. And please note that the contact information that you provide, there's the email, the contact information that you provide will only be available to USL staff, your instructor, and the community partner that you end up working with. So the email you'll receive will look like this, and it will contain a link. This is a one-time login link to verify your email address. So you just click on the link, and it'll take you to a page that prompts you to reset your password. You click Login, and note that now that login link that you received will not work again. From this point forward, you're going to log in using your username or your email address and the password that you set here. And you'll do that by clicking on the My USL button that appears on any service learning page on the upper right. Confirm that your information is correct here and click Save. Now it is going to take you to your dashboard. And before you can access the list of approved internships, you have to submit the liability release. So you click on that, and what this is for is basically it's an emergency contact form, so we know who to contact should something happen. And you would fill in the person's name, phone number, alternate phone number, and you'd fill in your doctor's name and phone number. If you don't have a doctor, you can just put NA. And then these are the consents. We like for our students to take lots of pictures during their service so that we can use those pictures in our publicity on our website. And if you would like to give us permission to do that, you would click yes. And the consent of written material release is in case we want to use a quote, maybe from one of your assignments. And, we would, of course, ask you first, but we would need you to have given us consent here. And, of course, you're free to check no if you want. And then you type in your name, and that serves as your digital signature, and you click Save. Now that you've done that, it'll take you back to your dashboard, and now you'll see that you have the Select a Service Internship button here. That is what you will click to get to the internships list. It takes a moment to load, so just be a little patient. In the meanwhile, let me show you the dashboard. You'll notice there's a My Profile link, and that will take you to a page that shows your name and contact information. And this is where you would go if you want to change that information. You just click edit and you can change your phone number or email address there. You'll also notice your course is listed here. Please make sure it is the correct course. If not, let us know right away. If you use the link that you received in the email, it should be correct. There's a little email icon if you want to email your instructor. And so now we go to the service internship list. And these are instructions which I'm basically going to go over with you now. And you'll notice that the list is organized alphabetically by organization name. The title of the service internships are listed here. If an organization has more than one internship, it'll be listed more than once. The duties column shows you the first sentence or so of the duties section, so you can get an idea of what the internship is about. It'll list the city location. The map link will show you the location on a map. The capacity tells you how many interns that organization can accept. And if it says full, that means that they have already accepted the maximum number of interns for that semester, so you know not to contact them. By the way, this is listed as full now only because the list has not yet been reset for the new semester. When you first go on the list, all the internships will be open. But as you can see, some take fewer interns than others, so you will want to try and do this as soon as you can to make sure that you can get the internship that you are interested in. Now, you'll also notice that there are filters up here, so you can filter the list for things that interest you. So for example, if you're really interested in working weekends, you would check weekends, click apply, and now it's going to show you only internships that have weekend hours available. You can also select a category. So now it's showing only weekend hours. You select a category. Let's say you want to work with people with disabilities. You check that, click apply. And now it's going to show you all the internships that have weekend hours and that have the disabilities category checked. You can also limit it to the city. Let's say you want it to be in Tempe. Now, keep in mind that you have 3 filters. So now it didn't return anything. So that means that there are no internships in Tempe that offer weekend hours and work with the disabled. But let's see, if you type in Phoenix, then you might find that there are internships available. Let's see. Yeah, so there are. So keep in mind when you're filtering that it's filtering for all of these things. You can also check for a keyword, and what that means is it will search the content of all the internship listings for that keyword. Now you can also go to a map view. That will be very handy so that you can see what internships are available in the part of town that you're most interested in. And that takes a moment to load too. So while that's loading, let me show you some more stuff here. So if you click on the organization, then you will be taken. Oh, wait a minute, let me reset this back to the main list. Oh, here, map view is already loaded, so let's show you that. The map view, as I said, shows all the internships on a map. You can zoom in and go to whatever part of town you're interested in. So let's say that you want something in the East Valley. You can move it over and see what's out there. If you hover over the balloon, it tells you the name of the organization. If you click on it, it will show you the mission, and then if you click on it again, it'll take you to the organization page. The organization page shows all the internships that that organization is offering this semester. In this case, they're only offering one internship. You close that and you're taken back to the map. And let's close that. Now the map view has the same filters as the list view does. So let me show you the keywords. Let's say you're interested in an internship involving science. You put the keyword in there, click apply, and now it's going to show you all the internships that have the word science in them. And again, you can hover over it and see the organization name, just as I showed you a moment ago. And the links take you to the same place that the links in the list view take you. So when you click on the organization, it'll take you to the organization page, and it'll show you all the internships offered by that organization. It'll also show you the mission statement and the website if there is one. Now, if you click on Read More or on the internship title, it will take you to the internship listing. The internship listing will have the title listed up here. The organization name is listed here. If you click on it, it'll take you back to that organization page. It'll show you a lot of the same information as the list in terms of the capacity, whether it's open or closed. It gives you the exact address. Again, it gives you the link to the map showing the location on a map. And, oh, what I forgot to tell you about was the special requirements column. That's important. So the special requirements column has icons on it. The legend is right up here. And this lists items that might require extra lead time. So for example, if the internship requires fingerprinting or background check and you don't already have a fingerprint card and you're interested in that internship, you know you should contact them right away because it can take a couple of weeks to get your fingerprint card. Likewise, if the internship requires training, for example, let's say they require you to do some training the week before classes start, it will have this little icon there. And again, you'll want to contact that internship right away so that you can get that training before classes start. So on the internship itself, the special requirements, if there are any, would be listed here, and they would give you pertinent details about those requirements. The schedule options are listed here. Keep in mind that these are the days and times during which you can do your service. That doesn't mean, for example, this lists Monday through Friday, 11 to 1 p.m. That doesn't mean that you have to be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 11 to 1. It just means those are the hours within which you can do your service. So you might choose to do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever fits your schedule. The duties will provide you details on exactly what you would be doing, the population served, community need, and the community impact. Now keep in mind that if the duties don't exactly match what you'd like to do, you could call them anyway because sometimes they can work with you to tailor the internship to your needs. Now the other important thing to notice, and there's the contact information is here. Please, if you contact the person listed here and the email bounces back or you call and they're not there anymore, please let us know right away so that we can figure out who the appropriate contact is. We do try to keep these updated, but sometimes things fall through the cracks. The other important thing to keep in mind is the supervisor. One of the first things you'll want to establish is who your supervisor might be, and then be sure to check and ensure that that person is listed here. If the person is not listed here, then right away you will want to submit the My Supervisor is Not Listed form, and that will notify us, and it will also notify the community partner that the supervisor is not listed. If you do that right away, then we may very well have time to rectify the situation. If not, then you'll need to either be assigned to a supervisor who is listed, or if that's not possible, you'll have to choose another internship. So that's why it's very important that you check that out right away so that you don't have any problems. The other thing I wanted to show you on the list is, as I said, it's alphabetically organized. You'll notice there are letters up here, so you can jump down. Let's say you're interested in an organization that begins with the letter L. You click on L, and you're taken down to the L's. So now let's say that you have decided on the internship you want to do. So you would navigate back to that internship. So I am going to go down to a dummy organization internship I have set up. You would click on the internship title of the internship you've decided to do, and you would navigate down to where the supervisors are listed. You will have already verified that your supervisor is indeed listed, so you won't have a problem there. And you're lucky enough to have, let's say, Stephen Colbert as your supervisor. So you would click this link, choose this supervisor, and complete the internship selection form. Please note that you should not, under any circumstances, submit an internship selection form unless you have already spoken with the community organization, received approval to complete the service hours with them, you thoroughly discussed all the details of the duties and the scheduling, and you've identified the internship supervisor with whom you will work. It is very important that you don't just randomly choose an internship supervisor. It has to be the person to which you are assigned. Otherwise, you will have problems. So you're going to have to click through this notice because we want to ensure that you understand this before you submit your internship selection form. Then on the form, it will have filled in the service internship and the organization name. Make sure those are correct. If not, that means you've just clicked on the wrong internship, so you'll want to back out and make sure you click on the correct internship. And your class section and instructor will already be listed. So you will enter your major, and then you will select your start and stop dates. I'm going to select some random dates here. Keep in mind that your service has to begin after the first day of class, or on or after the first day of class, and you should start your service by the second week of class, and you should serve throughout the entire semester through at least the 14th week of the semester. In these boxes, you will enter in detail the population that you will be working with and a description of what you'll be doing. Now, it's very important that you don't just copy paste what's on the internship description. This needs to be in your own words, and again, it needs to be very detailed. So for example, here, let me just type something here for population. So example here, you would not just type in I'll be working with first graders. Okay, that's not nearly enough detail. You have to tell us exactly what you would be doing with those first graders. And then likewise in the service schedule, don't put to be determined or anything like that. You'll need to write down again exactly what your hours will be. For example, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Whatever the details are, you need to put them in exactly here. And the reason we need exact details here is because we want to be sure that you and your supervisor are on the same page with what exactly you will be doing and what your schedule will be. And this will go a long way towards avoiding any problems. And then here you will enter why you selected this internship, how it fits in with your program of study or your professional and personal goals. Then you will click Save Draft. Now what that does is exactly what it says, it saves a draft. you have not yet submitted anything. So it's very important to be aware of this. You will see that this is exactly what the note says. So at this point you can make changes, like if you're not ready to submit it, you can leave it and then come back, and when you come back, if you want to make changes, you would click Edit Draft, make your changes, and click Save Draft again. Then when you're ready to submit it for review, you would click this Submit button. If you want to, you can enter a note, if you want to enter some sort of explanatory note to your instructor, but you don't have to. Notice that if you have not yet submitted it, it will say draft here. So that is another clue to you, like, oops, I have not submitted this for review. Then once you submit it for instructor review, you'll notice that the indication here changes and it says needs review by instructor, and that is also what it will show on your dashboard, awaiting approval. So, and you'll get an email confirming that you have submitted your internship selection form. So the way the process works is that first your instructor will review the form, and if you have not provided enough detail, they will mark it as needs info from student and kick it back to you. And when they review the form, they'll make sure that the duties that you describe meet our requirements, and that the schedule that you listed will indeed provide you with enough hours per week to meet your class requirements. Once your instructor approves it, then it will go to your supervisor will receive an email notifying them that they have a internship selection form to approve. If the supervisor does not approve it, maybe there's something on it that they want you to change, they will mark it as needs info from student. You'll receive an email, you'll make the changes and follow the same procedure. You'll save the draft, then submit it, and it will go back to your instructor again for review. And again, when your instructor approves it, it'll go to your supervisor. Once your supervisor approves the internship selection form, that is when you'll be able to start submitting time cards. And so this is all you need to know for setting up your internship. If you have any questions at all about My USL or have any problems, please email service.learning@asu.edu, and you might copy your instructor, but be sure to email us at service.learning, because your instructor will likely not be able to help you with My USL problems, and they're just going to in turn forward the email to us, so it'll just delay your getting a response. So just email us directly when if you should have a problem. And have a wonderful semester of service.